What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
Movie Pass, the movie subscription service to go see movies in movie theaters. A crazy idea that I didn't think was a legitimate thing when Keith Spurlock, co-host of the Inspired Disorder podcast in Denver, told me about the service. You pay $10 a month. You can see unlimited movies at any movie theater. And I was like, you are insane. There's no way a company like that exists. They wouldn't be able to make money. Like, I don't know how they make... I was trying to figure it out, how they would make deals with these theaters to afford, like, I mean, $10 a month, even in the cheapest of, like, places to watch movies, it's a great deal. So I didn't even look into it until after moved back to California from Denver, ran out of all my money, sleeping in a garage, basically 1-2 steps from being homeless. But I still want to go see movies. I still like to talk about movies on podcasts. So I sign up. And it's $10 for unlimited, legit. And it worked at like every theater in the Valley. There was not, I don't think there was any of the theaters, like probably 10 theaters out here to varying qualities and things, from like independent theaters to like, you know, just your regular multiplexes. And it worked everywhere. So last year I saw easily over 100 movies in theater. Probably close, yeah. And it, you know, one thing, I love going to see movies in theaters because it forces me not to have my phone on me, forces me to pay attention to the movie. Trying to watch anything at home is just, it's almost impossible to stay truly focused because, you know, if a movie or a TV show at any point has a slow moment, like watching Glass, for instance, a movie that I talked about earlier this week, I pull out my phone and I just get distracted and I might miss some crucial part of the plot. That's why it was so slow, and to keep focus on this thing that's very important. But I'm over here fucking around on Instagram. I love going to see movies in movie theater. It just, you know, it's the best experience. Huge screen, great sound. Usually, depending on, I know where to go and when to go to make sure I don't have to deal with people. But then there's also some really nice theaters out here, and it worked everywhere except for like 3D movies or like the motion seat, rumble seat kind of theaters. But it worked everywhere else. So I utilized that to the fullest extent until like summertime, maybe. They changed up their whole thing. They made it like 3 movies a month only, but I could still go everywhere. Like all the theaters still worked. They had an option to where you can upgrade to a premium screening if you wanted to, or if you watched all the movies for that month, you could get a discount on other tickets that are available, you know, through their app. But slowly that changed. Slowly, more and more theaters became limited. They only offered a couple movies through. So basically, how it worked, you'd have the app, the movie pass app, and you'd go to the theater. You had to be in vicinity of the theater to use the app to log into a movie. But you'd click on the theater that you're at, and it shows all the available movies that Movie Pass works for. And in the early days, it was all the movies, and you just select the movie, you select the time, and you had a half hour to go buy the ticket with the little prepaid credit card thing. So as they started limiting it, movies just would stop showing up. Showtimes would stop showing up. Like, you could only watch like a movie that's been out in theaters for 2 weeks on like at like 5 o'clock or 7 o'clock screening, only at this theater. So it became more and more limited. But there were 2 theaters still, because they did the digital ticketing. They were supposed to be, you could watch anything, anytime. It didn't change any of it. So like unlimited still there, but I mean, still 3 movies a month, but at least I could get any movie. That was the Mary Pigford and then the Palm Desert 10. It's the one at the mall. And which was fine. I was still able to go see movies. And there's a movie theater close. It's kind of the low-end theater in the Valley in Indio, but I like going there because it's always empty and their ticket prices are cheap. So I don't mind if I go over, still paying. I mean, $6 for a ticket is still not that bad. And $10, for 3 movies is amazing. Still really good. But when you can't go watch any movies, it becomes pretty useless. And it got to the point where more recently, only one theater I could watch movies at the Mary Pigford. And then they, like 2 weeks ago, no movie theaters, no movie screenings. Like every once in a while, like maybe on a Wednesday, middle of the day, I can go watch some, whatever shitty movie they have that you can go watch, some like horribly rated, nobody gives a fuck movie. But yeah, I had to get rid of it. And it was, at first, I was like, well, they have a thing. If you cancel, you can't sign back up for 9 months. Which at this point I don't give a shit because it's like I'm not gonna. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. They came out with a new like payment, new pricing plans where if you pay $14 a month, you get they're all capped at 3. There's 3 different, like there's the regular, the medium, and the large, whatever. I don't know what they're called. But they're all capped at 3 movies a month. You can't watch any more than 3 movies a month. But the first one, it's 3 movies, but only limited screenings you can go to. So basically, good luck. But it's supposed to be at all the theaters, right? Then their like medium thing is that you get to go watch any movie at any time, not a premium screening, but like any movie. They don't limit it. Still only 3. And then at any of the theaters that participate, which I don't know at this point. I don't know if any of the theaters in the Valley actually participate anymore. Maybe that's why they're not even showing up. The third one is that you get up to one 3D or premium screening. And it's like their pricing's like $15 for the small, and then like $17 for the medium, and then like, or 20 and then $25. I think is the one where you can see still only 3 movies. But one of them gets to be a premium screening, which is still probably a good deal. Like, even if I went with the $20 one, I get to watch 3 movies, 12, 18. I mean, I can go to the Indio Theater and just pay, and I'm basically still spending less. It just stopped making any sense. Now, during this time, AMC has come out with their own subscription plan, which is a little bit pricier, but you can do a lot more with it. I've heard that that Regal theaters, which would be nice because there's 2 Regal theaters out here, they may release their own kind of subscription plan. So the good thing about MoviePass is that at least it hopefully forced these movie chains and these movie theaters to experiment with something new, a different kind of business plan. So, hopefully keep movie theaters around, because I do love going to movie theaters. But, if I could do a subscription, seriously, if Regal came out with something that was $20 a month, but I could go see unlimited movies, or if it was just at all cheaper than paying for it, then I would just go to Regal, because I already have their membership thing to where I get like free popcorn and free sodas all the time. So, I would definitely sign up. If the price and the amount of movies worked out, I would 100% do it. But yeah, makes it a little bit tough to review movies. That's it, MoviePass. I'm done. I'm done with MoviePass. Hopefully something else comes out, because I can't really afford to just go out to the movies all the time. But I'll still try and watch what's out there and still review them, because I just can't stop. I can't stop. New episodes of this show come out every day. Subscribe everywhere podcasts are found in video and audio versions. You can binge the full week in advance if you're a member over at patreon.com/Inspired Disorder. There's other member benefits as well, but one is binging this show the full week in advance. InspiredDisorder.com for all of my artwork and t-shirts and everything that I have for sale, and all the podcasts I produced. At Ray Taylor for me on all social media. Have a great day, everybody. Peace out.